congratulations on everything. I mean, it just must have been a
Yeah,
wild 3 years, I guess we're on now.
yeah, it really has been.
And I mean, this kind of is like the last chapter of this Eternals experience. Hopefully, not the last
Yeah.
Eternals experience for you, but I guess just looking back, starting with Comic-Con, the big announcement of the cast, just what has been maybe the most surreal moment of this journey so far?
Gosh, I probably couldn't even put my finger on it. I mean, Comic-Con was probably like one of the biggest things because it was like the first exposure that I kind of got to the MCU and to like meeting everyone and sort of like it was like my first taste of like the scale of Marvel and it was so like shocking and unexpected that I feel like that made the most impact.
Hmm.
Oh gosh, like D23 was incredible when I went to London for the first time and I got to go to set. Honestly, working like just day to day working, I love like I act because I love doing it and I love what I do and I love working. So that was probably my favorite part of it was when I got to be on set and creating the character and working on the role.
Now, when I spoke to you last time, obviously there were still secrets out there. Harry Potter or Harry Potter. Harry, he is not in the movie. Harry Styles,
Unfortunately.
however, that had been out there, but no one was able to talk about it. Now you finally can. Pictures have been posted. You've shared yours. There's a
Yes.
poster for him.
Yes.
Just for you, what was your initial reaction when you learned he'd be in the movie?
Chloe like kept him in her back pocket. I think he was on board since the beginning. I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. And I think she just like kept him a secret for a while. And it was like halfway through shooting, she like loves him. She thinks he's like the cool like I love him too. Like it's just the fan base he has is crazy. And
Yeah.
I think every like she's kind of like fascinated with him and she loves him and he's like really cool. Um and and she told me and I was like, and she was like, because I think I saw rumors of it, and then I asked Chloe about it, and then she told me, and she's like, "Do you want to see a super suit?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to see a super suit." And then one day she was like, "If you're busy or you don't have to, I don't know if you want to, but like Harry invited us to a concert. You and your mom and your sister." I was like,
No
yes,
big
of
deal.
course I want to go. And it was like a sort of private event thing, and it was like crazy. We got to like we went in this like personal trailer before the show, and then we went up to like in a private lounge, and it was like it was so cool. I love him so much too. I was like fangirling. I was freaking out.
And I know the cast has talked a little bit about, a scene that was filmed with him that didn't make the cut. Can you just talk a little bit about that? And are you happy that you think, that we went in this other direction where he's the big credits reveal
Yeah,
instead?
I think I'm pretty sure he had a much bigger, more like impactful role in the rewrite.
Hmm.
The way we shot it, it was like a parallel of the first scene of the movie where we're all sitting in a circle. So we shot the first scene and the very last scene on the same day because
Okay.
they were all the same exact shot. So they would just like switch out the characters. Um, and and so we were all like all 10 of us and Harry were all on set at the same time working on that. So we were just going passing each other back and forth and talking and it was cool.
Say it's a fun way to be thrown into it all too, that
Yeah,
everyone's
I know he
together.
really just jumped into the deep end. He was like just met everyone and he was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
And now, I've looked at, the deleted scenes that are included on the home video release. One of them is this long one with you and Kit in a museum. Just what was it like working with him? And are you happy that, fans are able to see this scene now?
Yeah, I love Kit. We actually got paired with each other a lot for press, and people
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, that's interesting." I'm like, people were like a little bit surprised because I don't think we had like a ton of screen time together, but I was like, no, we had this big scene that didn't make it into the movie. But yeah, we got to know each other pretty well that day. It was a lot longer. The scene that we shot, they shortened it a little bit, I believe. It was like
Mhm.
pages, and we were in this museum together, just the two of us all day. But it was great. He's like such a funny guy, and he's like really like interesting, and he's been through the industry a lot too, and he had a lot of interesting things to say. But yeah, I love working with him. He's a great guy.
How do you think he's going to fare once he gets his, superhero potential going?
I don't know. He doesn't know either. They don't really tell us
Right.
anything. They just slip it in there and they let you wonder, and then one day they maybe will tell you. But I don't know. I don't think we're gonna find out for a little while.
Right.
But,
We got a minute.
but I'm excited for him. He's a really hard worker and he deserves it. It's gonna be cool.
And obviously something else we couldn't talk about before was how the movie ends with your character, with Sprite. She gives up her powers, becomes human. Obviously I think that it works from a story perspective, but also allows you to age along with your character.
That's nice, convenient, yes.
Do you know if that was part of the decision, or and what do you think of her decision to be human?
I think it made a lot of sense for the character for her to choose that, because I think she was very miserable in her life. And I think that's honestly what she's been wanting deep down inside of her heart all along. And I think it's really a beautiful, special moment that she gets to grow up. I'm super excited to see where that takes her. It probably had something to do with me aging. I'm not sure.
So you don't have to be CGI'd forever.
I know that would suck. But yeah, I wasn't there during the production meetings. I don't really know what the decision was based on. I mean, they just gave me the script and I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
And obviously we don't know what the future holds. I'm very aware everything is constantly in motion and there are secrets to be held, but
you would think I know secrets, but I really don't.
That's what they all say though. But for you, we know the Eternals will return in some form somewhere. What do you hope we get to see from Sprite in the future? Or will she go by Sprite now that she's human?
That's true. That is true. I hope, because I love the name. I think it's really it's cute. I love the name Sprite. I hope she keeps it. But I don't know. I like to think of her maybe going a little wild when she gets the chance to grow up and be a woman and be a girl. And I don't know. I just think it's funny to have the Eternals come back and see that she's kind of been going wild and spending Kinko's money, and I don't know. I just think that would be funny.
And we do always have these crossovers. Are there characters that you would love to see Sprite interact with from a character standpoint, or just an actor you would love to share some screen with?
Well, I love Tom Holland. I met him and he was just the nicest guy. And I also love Spider-Man. So I think that would be a funny, interesting duo.
And similar ages. Well, in theory.
In theory, yes. In real life, not in the MCU.
Yes. Sprite is, at least she's going to high school. So it fits. It could fit.
Maybe we go to the same high school.
And I noticed you posted a lot of pictures, just the wire work and stunt work that went into it. You posted some fun videos, some pictures. Just what was that experience like for you, and maybe what was the most challenging part of that?
I only got to really do 2 or 3 stunt things, and I was really excited for it. I was ready to be impressive and be oh, I can do my own stunts, I'm so cool. But it's a lot harder than it looks. There's a scene where I'm fighting the deviant, and I don't know what it is. I'm really good at memorizing lines, but for some reason when you're on a wire in the air fighting and it's almost like a choreographed dance when you're doing it. It's very specific. I could not for the life of me remember my line, and it was just one line. I had to say something hurry up. It was so stupid, and I just could not I could not remember it no matter what I did. Eventually I got it, but we had to do it a few times, and I was so humiliated and embarrassed. I'm this is my second week and I can't even remember my line.
It looked good on camera.
Yes, we ended up getting it. It was great. But it's pretty stressful, and I had bruises from the wire all day being rigged up. It's also annoying to have a harness on under your clothes. It makes you feel really fat.
Just bulking you out.
It just widens you a whole lot.
And for you, having gone through that and then seeing the finished product, how did it feel to see that and just movie magic in motion?
It's almost weird for me to watch it, because when we in Camden, it's we're running from a deviant, and I'm that wasn't there. It's very strange.
And one of the best parts about a home video release is the gag reel. When you're filming, do you kind of know that, oh yeah, that's going to end up on it?
Well, everyone does it. Every time one of us screws up or someone like messes up their line or starts laughing, they're like gag reel. They just throw it out there. There's so they could have probably made like a 30-minute gag reel, and I wish they did because it's like so fun to watch.
And I guess just looking forward, what else are you working on now outside of MCU? What do you got brewing?
I have some exciting future possibilities that I cannot share at the moment, but
Fantastic.
I will let you know.
Well, we are excited to see wherever you pop up next. I can't wait for more Eternals. I really did enjoy this movie, and I'm happy even more people are going to see it now.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too.